Hey, everybody. This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a new day. Well, a wonderful day, not a new day. I've got a new trailer. It's the 2023 NoBo 19.3. This is a no-slide unit. This also features, things like their new suspension, the standard solar, from their beast mode package. But I hope you guys like this. Hope you guys like this tour. This is my face, so you guys get to know me. I am in a sales position here at RV Nation in Ohio. So if you guys are in the market, you can find my contact information down in the description, along with the specifications of this unit. Things like, length and weight, all that good stuff. But again, this is the 2023 No Boundaries 19.3. Hope you guys like the tour. Hope you guys gained something from it. Now, the 23 comes with a lot of changes, and I'm going to put those down in the description, what those packages includes. But again, you have the awesome upgraded suspension. So this thing sits up, incredibly high compared to, okay, so like look at the height on that camper. Now look at the height on this. So they are truly making this more of an off-road. You have the knobby Goodyear tires. Those are going to now be standard. You have the new graphics, so the exterior is looking different. It's looking sharp. My favorite thing on the exterior is this little tiny goat guy right here. Got that etched in for their added touch. That's the NoBo goat. Looks like he's off getting ready to snack on some grass and maybe a greener area of town. But pretty cool. But I got this awning out, very large awning. But I think I'm gonna start on the inside. This will be a short tour today, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Again, this is a no slide unit. It's also really nice and light. So I think it's something you're going to enjoy. It is 4,716 pounds. So, you can definitely pull this, with some of your, pretty much all of your trucks, even your, your heavy SUVs like a Tahoe or something like that could even pull this. But right here as you walk in, this is kind of the view of the camper. So as you can see, not too much to it. This thing is absolutely perfect for zipping in and out of all your state parks. And the state parks, I like how they did this. They put, this is new. They put this little map in here so that way you can, really kind of knock off some of those destinations. You can put a little magnet right over that and see where you go, kind of keep track of it. So I love that. I think it's cool that they did a little decal on the underside of the bed where most people just kind of leaves like an ugly little area. But not in the NoBo, baby. It's looking good, looking fresh. Also new, left and right, they put the green accent lighting on, just going with the NoBo theme, which I enjoy. Both of these are some storage, for your hanging items. And you can turn on and off that green there if you want, but they have pretty good depth to them. So that's going to be the same on left and right. And then on the left and right also, they're going to feature outlets and USBs. Outlet, USB, outlet, USB. That's the light that shuts those off. If you'd rather just have that. I personally like the green. I think it shows up really nice. So this is a Murphy bed. So Murphy bed basically means, if you're not familiar with them, is you have this couch kind of for day mode, for hangout mode, when you're sitting down watching a movie at night or on a rainy day. You also get a little bit of storage there, up underneath. But what you can do is you put your hand there, lift up and pull back, and just as easy like that, you get it prepared, for sleeping mode. To get the bed down, really simple. You have this little pull latch right there on a spring, and you lay that on down. And then bada bing, bada boom, you're in kind of your night mode. Another thing that I like is they put a window up in that front cap, and it's not an overwhelmingly large one, so you don't have to worry about, a rock breaking down the window for you. They also put little clickable night lights. So right there and there. And then if you have a CPAP or anything that you need, you also have the shelving, and the space to do so just on over the bed. Now, let me show you how easy it is, to reset back up. First, you flip the mattress. And keep in mind, I'm doing this with a camera, and I'm a big dude. But then right here, you don't even have to pull it. Push it in, right there, snapped right back into place. Lift up this end first. Put your knee there. Hand right here. And boom. You're back in kind of day mode hanging out. On the right side over here, you got some additional storage. And if you guys like the video so far, if you guys don't mind just taking a moment, maybe saying hi, but hitting that like and subscribe button for more RV content, definitely helps me out. Bottle opener, I don't know why they put that on there. People that camp don't like to drink. And this is going to be your control center. So porch light, interior light, all that good stuff. All right there. And your awning extend. You know, you got that big old awning. Again, with the LED lights and even that right there for a nice little safety light as you enter. One AC on this bad boy. It's about 92 degrees. I had the AC pumping on this, and it is a nice and chilly time here, you know, in this camper for me. You got an emergency exit right here. If you can't make it to the door, push and pop, you're out. You also got yourself a TV, and that's on a swivel. It's a 12-volt TV too, so you can run it off the battery. But basically, you can angle that out, you know, down at the diner, the dinette table if you would like, you know, or you can angle it, you know, you can pull it out and angle it more towards the bed, you know, if you're kind of in that sleeping position. Something else that is new that I forgot to mention is they're also doing the tire pressure monitoring system. So that's nice. You can monitor your tires while you're driving down the road. You know, hopefully avoid yourself some trouble like a blowout or something like that. Down on this side, you got yourself a couple more USBs, another switch. On that switch, I don't know what that switch is for. I'm going to find that out. I'll let you guys know what that switch is for. A couple more outlets, and then you have your single circular black stainless steel bowl, along with another window and a blind. You also have some overhead storage, and you see how the struts hold that up, no problemo, which is just a nicer way to finish that up. I've been in a lot of RVs, and most of the time they don't have something like that, and you're sitting there holding it, you know, kind of while you're getting your belongings in and out. 2 stovetop Suburban burner, so you can get some cooking done. And then you have a convection microwave. A little bit of storage, access to your plumbing right behind here. You have a central vac system. So you just do that, you brush all your stuff, and you're good to go. You also have your fuse box, so if anything, you know, pops up with trouble for you, you're good to go. And then they have a more residential feel to the refrigerator in the form of this Norcold. And this will run off the solar and the battery as well. But what's nice about this is it's not one of the cheaper gas and electric refrigerators. You know, that will give you some problems. You know, if you're in a really hot day, that'll actually, when the sun's beating down on you, you'll get a little bit warmer. It brings us right over into here. So I put this dinette in the sleeper mode since we're getting ready to get it prepped up and get it out of the dealership here in the next day or two. But this is how we typically demo them with it down. Everyone knows what the dinette looks like when it's up. But there are some metal stakes that you can put down right inside those little pucks. And you know, you're sitting down having dinner. But right now you can take this cushion and that cushion, put them in the middle. That way you can use it for additional sleeping if the bunks in the back, you know, were not enough. A big window right here. Again, emergency exit window if you need to. Most of the time, you're never going to use that. There's a door right there, but, you know, you can use that for a nice little cross breeze. Good storage here up above. They have also have heated holding tanks on this, so it definitely makes, you know, for some extended season use. So you have your fresh tank, gray tank, and black tank. So that way you don't have to worry about anything freezing. And then you get yourself your water heater and your water pump. And this is where you can tell, you know, how your battery's doing, where the fresh tank's at, black tank's at, and the gray tank, so you can test the levels. Make sure you don't overfill them. Just past the refrigerator, you got yourself a little mirror. Hey, how's everyone doing? But you got some good storage right here too. So you got yourself a little pantry. You also have your JBL speaker that comes with the camper, so that way you can play some good old tunes. And then right here, you got your double bunks, which is always nice. You know, a little bit bigger than the average. It's not just your twin. It's more of like a full size with the corner cut off. You got 2 of those, both of which, you know, have a window. This one is a little door, which I'll show you towards the exterior portion. And then this right here, if you're not using it, where is that? Oh yeah, it's this side. So this side right here flips up, so that way you can use it for extra storage. I'll show you on the exterior, but basically you flip it up and it hangs up, you know, right about here. That way you can put some bikes or something like that in there if you need to. There's also going to be USB chargers. And USB chargers right there. Your bathroom, it's on the smaller side for this, but a no-slide unit. This is really just about as good as you're going to get in the RV industry. By the way, the 2023, this is one of the first ones in the country for this 19.3. This flooring is not the new updated 2023 flooring. So basically, it's going to be about, you know, quartered off like that, but they're smaller pieces. Looks pretty much the same, but they're just smaller linoleum, you know, kind of piece look in there. But right in there, boom, boom, boom. Got yourself a sink. Got yourself a couple outlets. Got another mirror with some storage. And underneath here, access to your plumbing, more storage. A couple little shelves. And then you got your throne. This is your solar charge controller, so you can see how those 190 watt panels are doing up top. Right now you can see they're providing some real good juice. And this is your shower. Now, one thing I do enjoy about the NoBo is they use what's called the AquaView shower miser. So a shower miser, if you're not familiar, you basically flip this switch and it cuts the water off from coming out of the sprinkler head right here, you know, the faucet. So that way, basically what it does, it sits in their tank and it just churns and churns and churns. It doesn't spit out cold water while it's heating it up. So in turn, what that allows you to do is when you're off-roading, you know, you're not hooked up to water. You don't have to waste your water. So, you know, you don't have to burn through a couple gallons of cold water to get to that, finally, that hot shower. So that's a nice feature to have, especially for how this brand is predominantly being used, kind of more, you know, off the grid. You also have a fan up here, again, to keep the air circulating for you. But that about does it here for the inside portion of the store. Again, this was the 2023 NoBo 19.3. Hope you guys like it. Now I'm going to show you a couple things here on the exterior. But again, if you guys like the way that this video is going, I would greatly appreciate if you get that like and subscribe button for me. Give you one more good looky round. Okay. Solid entry steps. Same as last year. I don't have this side down all the way, but you kind of get the point. You know, really sturdy. This also shows off. I'll let you kind of just take a read on that for a second. Asdale Construction aluminum cage, block foam, all new Kurt Beast mode. So that's the independent suspension system, prepared for all-terrain tires, heavy-duty marine-grade roof, Rhino rack system, which you can use for like kayaks and fishing poles, all that kind of stuff. The standard solar package, so large panel, inverter, charge controller, which you saw inside in the bathroom. More ride step aboves. Those are the steps that are right here. And then, you know, you also have your 60 by 22 dual pane automotive front grade windshield. So that's what's going to stop it from chipping. Your cold weather package, added insulation, and of course the tire pressure monitoring system. So these are going to be the Goodyears that thing references. So real knobby, looking nice. They're more off-road tires, but by Goodyear, so you know that they're good. They're not going to be those cheap ones, you know, those China bombs you hear about all the time. And then your tire pressure monitoring system, that's going to be the cap. Pretty fancy. I like what they're doing. But the main upgrade this year, the star of the show, let me get underneath this bad boy, is going to be, look at that thing. That is the suspension system, and I wish I knew more to talk about this, but they're basically all independent little axles, you know, on a bigger system. But look at those shock absorbers. I mean, this thing could probably take an absolute beating. Pretty cool. They look badass too with that kind of that burnt orange. This also shows you how the underbelly, you know, construction, you kind of have that, you know, extra armor there. Plus it helps keep that heat in, you know, from stuff freezing. Let me get my big butt back up. That's the hardest part of my job. Right there. New exterior graphics, new exterior font. So it's not as kind of knobby looking. A little bit more smoother, a little bit more refined. If the solar panel up top wasn't enough, they also have solar on the side for an extra 20 amps. And then this is going to be that exterior door. This is the bottom bunk that I was telling you about, and this is where it flips up. So you flip that up and you can snap it in there to the corners, but it just gives you, you know, some extra storage, which is always nice. You know, for when they're not sleeping, you can put your totes in there and, you know, really just kind of take advantage of it. Tinted windows. The Solera awning, nice brand. And then right back here, they give you an additional knobby tire on that bad boy. I mean, look at those things. I love these tires. And then you have your ladder. This thing has a 250-pound capacity, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to climb up there. Otherwise, I'd you know, rip this off the wall, probably be fired. It's one of the downsides being a bigger dude. But I'll tell you, it's going down. I started this probably about a year ago. I was like 325 pounds at my heaviest. Went down to 280. Now, unfortunately, I'm back to 295, but trying to cut it back down. Getting married at the end of next month in Colorado. Very excited, honey, if you're watching. I love you. You are the best. Right here, we got our observation camera prepped. It's prepped for the Furrion S Vision. So basically, you get a 4.5-inch screen. You can suction cup right onto the windshield of your towing vehicle. And, you know, yeah, runs you 550 smackaroonies to install. This is going to be where you plug in the camper, and then these have the manual stabilizing jacks, but they are a lifting jack, so they're a little bit stronger than what the electric stabilizers can offer. That's why they put them on this, since this is more of an off-road. They're assuming you're going to be on some rough terrain, and those manual ones are actually going to be a lifesaver. Galley tank and sewer outlet connection. Bada bing, bada boom. Wastewater holding tank right there. Give you another little view of that suspension down in there. And then right over here is your city water connection and your freshwater connection. This customer is getting the Blue Ox, so that is the beginning portion of that. And it looks like a starter kit. $109, includes freshwater hose, sewer hose, level locks, wheel chocks, water pressure regulator, AC adapter, and some treatment chemicals for your system. Also allows me to show off the aluminum frame construction. We're going to also provide you with a battery and fill up your propane. Right there is going to be the battery disconnect. This is a power tongue jack, so you can turn the light on, you know, and off, and also, you know, up and down, so you're not sitting there with the manual one, just hand cranking, you know, wearing yourself out. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Thanks for sticking around. My name is Hunter. This is the 2023 No Boundary 19.3. Have a good one. Hope to see you next time. See ya.